Whoa, this is different. Hey, what's up everyone? It's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video. It's probably really echoey in here, wow. Probably because there aren't a million Sonic toys covering the wall. That's right, I'm not in my normal location, that's because I'm in LA right now, but I'll be back soon, so just be patient. This is a one-time thing. But hey, I got some cool stuff in the background, like this guy. Anyways, today we're here to talk more about, yes, the game that everybody wants to talk about, Sonic Rangers. And now, I know I've made multiple videos about this in the past, and about this specific topic, but now it's almost been confirmed about what this game is going to be when it comes to it being a reboot.
Before we get into that, I'd like to introduce today's sponsor.
I've been very blessed to make Sonic the Hedgehog my job, and there's so many other people that want to do the same. So many Sonic the Hedgehog fans are producing videos all over the internet, but there is a craft behind it. Honing in on that craft and becoming better is something very important, and learning info from others is also very amazing, and Skillshare is the best place for that. With Skillshare, you can join thousands of classes that will teach you exactly what you need to know about the creative skill you're trying to hone in on. I've been peeking in at a bunch of these, whether that's graphic design, writing, and visual effects. I've been on here a lot more than I'd like to admit. I love Sonic the Hedgehog and I want to continue making this my job, so this class by Kate Ahrens on finding success online, grow your social following into creative business, has been very helpful. Classes like these work really well. It's worked out for me personally very great, and I'm so happy I signed up. The first 1,000 people who use the link in my description will receive a 1-month free trial to Skillshare Premium. So what are you waiting for? Click that link and join Skillshare today.
That's right, I've made so many videos talking about, is Sonic Rangers going to be a reboot? It just seems to be shaping up that way, simply based off of everything we've heard in the past. Stuff we know from leaks, story details, etc. I wasn't expecting to be a full-on, like, entire reboot of the series starting from complete scratch, but definitely something in the vein of Sonic Adventure or Sonic Colors. How those kind of just shook the series up dramatically. And it seems like that is the case because of new info we got from Ian Flynn. Now, Ian Flynn has this podcast called the Bumblekast. You might have heard me talk about this in the past when it comes to certain things. A lot of news ties back to Bumblekast because we get like some small little tidbits from there. But recently, he just did another Bumblekast where he revealed a lot of information specifically about IDW comics, since that's what he works on, that's what he writes. And he talked a lot about mandates, which is, you know, obviously something very popular within Sonic and something that Sega very much so likes to utilize when it comes to their IP. For better or for worse, but mostly for worse, he talked about the usage of things from Sonic the Hedgehog, the canon, things you can use, things you can't use. And I'm not going to get into all of that because it does relate to comics and we're here for Rangers, so we're going to talk about that. But he was talking about how you're not able to utilize a lot of the things unless Sega approves it, like how they weren't able to use certain Gamma robots because it was too similar to the game, so they had to change their designs up. They don't want infinite reference, etc. They wanted Knuckles to disband the Resistance, kind of dismantling everything Forces really built. They didn't build much, but you know. But he said that IDW can't reference Sonic Rangers or, you know, whatever that game's gonna be called, mostly Sonic Ranger, I think we know that. He said that they cannot reference it or utilize anything from it in the comics because it's going to be a reboot of the canon. But this was something that was said, this has been floating around for a while, but mostly people have been talking about the comic side, which is interesting because I feel like more people would be interested in the fact that Rangers is, you know, a reboot of the freaking series, and that's like confirmed now. Obviously, Ian Flynn knows a lot about the franchise and what's going on with it. He talks to them pretty much every day, I'm sure, Sega of America, and they work together on these comics, and he has to know what's going on and what they want to be done with these characters and this brand. So I'm sure Ian Flynn maybe hasn't played Sonic Rangers before. He at least knows what the limitations are and what's going on with it, at least on the surface level side of things. Obviously, there's not too much to talk about in terms of like the story because we don't know too much about it outside of Sonic being on an island, him being alone, what it seems like, and there's like some ghost girl creature, and there seems to be like these mythical monsters and all that kind of stuff. We'll have to see how all that plays out, and it sounds really interesting, and we know that Ken Pontac and Warren Graff aren't coming on to write it. It's gonna be new writers. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Ian Flynn. I think that'd be really cool. Aside from the original writer of SA2 and Unleash and all those games, I think Ian Flynn's my top choice to come on and write Sonic. I think that'd be really cool. I hope it happens. We'll have to wait and see. But this is something the franchise has been needing. It needs a fresh start. The canon's way too convoluted and messy, and I think Ian Flynn is a major factor in fixing that. If you guys don't know, Ian Flynn is writing the Sonic Encyclopedia, which is this giant thing about Sonic lore, and will give a comprehensive, in-depth look at it without a stone unturned. It's going to be very in-depth. That's been very much so highlighted. That's the big thing, how in-depth it is and how big it will be. It's coming from Dark Horse. This is not like IDW, it's not some kid's book. This is like legit Sonic lore. This will be a Sonic Bible. And while I'm sure Sonic 1 through Forces won't be thrown out the window entirely, I'm sure it will build up a new lore, a more cohesive one, retcon a lot of stuff to make a more cohesive canon, a more cohesive story. It's something that very much so needs to be done because we have no idea what's going on right now. Iizuka spouts so much garbage out of his mouth all the time when it comes to the series. He has to come up with an answer to everything when he doesn't need to give an answer. So that's how we get things like Two Worlds and Classic Sonic and all this different stuff. It's really confusing. If Ian Flynn is writing on Rangers, which is that's not confirmed at all, we don't know who's writing Rangers, he's at least involved in developing this universe and making it more cohesive and building a new canon, a more confined, more cohesive, I've been saying that a lot, canon. I think this is really cool. I'm really excited for it. I want to see what a new Sonic universe could be like. I want to see how this could play out. I hope it's good. I hope the game has good writers. Even though it's not Warren Graphic and Pontac, there's still mandates. Sega is still a very limiting company when it comes to story and creativity, but we'll have to wait and see because there are a lot of people from above that I'm sure limited what Warren Graphic and Pontac wanted to do, but at the same time, I think they still would have found a way around it. I hate the writing. So those are the two pieces of information. I'm sorry I didn't get to all this stuff sooner. It's just I've been traveling a lot and haven't had the time to get on it immediately. But don't worry, this is like the only video like this style. Soon, like next video, I'll be back from my collection, bring you guys Sonic news right when it drops. I want to do more video essays and more other content like that, bring merch hunt back. So next time on SpeedSuperSonic.
Now from the outside it doesn't look very special, standard office building, but where we're at right now
is somewhere really cool, and that is Sega of America. I think the toys are being made right there, the blinds. We're a couple feet from like a demo of Sonic Rangers right now. We're not going to be able to play it.
That's right, Mark. One day we will be inside of here.
We'll be playing Monopoly.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. What do you think of the news? What do you think about Sonic Rangers being a reboot confirmed? I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Feel free to follow my social media links to my Twitter and Instagram are in the description below. You can follow those for things like my live feature content and all things Sonic the Hedgehog. But most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It's the best place for Sonic the Hedgehog content on YouTube. We talk about all things Sonic here, from video games, TV shows, movies, comic books, merchandise, and more. The Sonic Movie 2 trailer, I feel like we say this like every video, but should be dropping like any day now. So to be the first to see a reaction, breakdown, all that stuff, it's coming very soon and you're gonna want to be at this place to see all that, including all the other Sonic content that will be coming out for the next couple of years. And it's a very exciting time to be a Sonic fan. I love all you so much and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.